Howard Martin Temin was a very important scientist who made a big difference in the world of biology. He was born in 1934 in Philadelphia, USA. As a child, Howard was curious about how things worked. He loved to ask questions and learn new things. This interest in science grew as he got older, and it led him to study biology in college. Howard Temin went to the University of Pennsylvania, where he studied science. After finishing his studies there, he went on to do research at the famous California Institute of Technology, also known as Caltech. During his time there, he learned a lot about viruses and how they affect cells. He was especially interested in studying retroviruses. These are a type of virus that can change the way a cell works. One of the most exciting parts of Howard's work came in the 1960s. At that time, scientists knew about viruses but did not fully understand how they worked. Howard began to study how retroviruses could affect the DNA inside a cell. DNA is the part of the cell that controls everything about an organism, like what it looks like and how it grows. Howard wanted to learn more about how viruses could change DNA. In 1970, Howard made an important discovery. He found that retroviruses could make copies of their RNA and change it into DNA. This process was new and different from what scientists had known about how viruses and DNA worked before. The discovery was important because it helped scientists understand how some viruses could cause diseases like cancer. Howard's work showed that retroviruses could make DNA from their RNA. This process was called reverse transcription. Before this, scientists thought that DNA could only be made into RNA, not the other way around. This discovery changed how scientists thought about genetics and viruses. It helped them understand more about how diseases could spread and how our cells work. After making this discovery, Howard Temin continued his research. He worked very hard and collaborated with other scientists to learn more about retroviruses. His research was very important for medicine because it helped doctors understand how some diseases, like cancer, happen. Understanding how viruses work allowed doctors to find better treatments for these diseases. In 1975, Howard Temin's work was recognized with a big honor. He was awarded the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine. The Nobel Prize is one of the most important awards in the world. Howard shared this prize with two other scientists, Renato Dulbecco and David Baltimore. Together, they were recognized for their discoveries about retroviruses and how they can change the DNA inside cells. Howard was very proud of the Nobel Prize, but he always said that science was not just about awards. He believed that the most important thing was the work itself, discovering new things and helping people. His passion for science and his hard work inspired many other scientists. He showed them that asking questions and being curious were the keys to understanding the world around us. Throughout his career, Howard Temin worked with many other scientists and shared his ideas. He was known for being very kind and helpful to others. He did not keep his discoveries to himself, but wanted to share them to help the world. His ideas helped scientists make new discoveries and find better ways to treat diseases. Howard's work also changed the way scientists study diseases. Before his discoveries, people did not fully understand how viruses could cause diseases. After his work, scientists could study how viruses change the DNA in cells and find ways to stop that process. This understanding led to the development of new treatments for diseases like cancer and HIV. Howard Temin was a scientist who worked for the good of others. He spent his life asking questions, making discoveries, and teaching others. His work has helped people all over the world, and it continues to be important today. Even though he passed away in 1994, his discoveries are still helping scientists. Howard Temin will always be remembered as a man who changed the world of science for the better. His discovery about reverse transcription was a breakthrough that still influences biology today. It changed the way scientists study diseases and viruses. Howard showed us that learning about the smallest parts of life can lead to big discoveries. And in the process, he helped improve medicine, save lives, and change the future of science forever. Through his work, Howard Temin showed how important curiosity, hard work, and sharing knowledge are. He dedicated his life to understanding the world at a deeper level, and used his knowledge to help others. Because of his work, many diseases are now understood better, and treatments have improved. Howard's legacy lives on in the discoveries he made and in the scientists he inspired. His story reminds us that one person can make a big difference in the world. Howard Temin's passion for science and his discoveries will always be remembered. Howard Temin was not only a brilliant scientist, but he also had a deep sense of responsibility. He believed that scientific knowledge should be shared to help improve people's lives. This is why he worked so hard to make his discoveries accessible to other scientists. He knew that the best way to help people was to work together and learn from one another. One of the reasons why Howard's work was so important is because it made scientists think in new ways. Before his discovery of reverse transcription, most scientists thought that RNA and DNA worked in a very simple way. But Howard's research showed that viruses could actually change RNA into DNA. This was a groundbreaking idea that made people look at viruses in a completely different way. His research also made it clear that viruses were much more complex than scientists originally thought. This helped scientists understand the relationship between viruses and the diseases they cause. For example, HIV, the virus that causes AIDS, is a type of retrovirus. Howard's discovery helped scientists understand how HIV works in our bodies. Today, because of his work, doctors are better able to treat diseases caused by retroviruses. Even though Howard Temin worked mostly in the field of biology, his discoveries affected many different areas of science. His research has helped doctors, scientists, and even people working in public health. The treatments for diseases like cancer and HIV are much better than they used to be, thanks to Howard's work. And, because of his efforts to share his knowledge, many new scientists were inspired to do their own research. These scientists continue to build on Howard's discoveries, making new breakthroughs every year. Howard Temin's influence on the world of science is still felt today. He was not just a scientist, but a teacher who wanted to help the world understand the mysteries of life. His discoveries changed the way scientists think about viruses and their effects on our bodies. His kindness, curiosity, and commitment to helping others have made him an inspiration to generations of scientists. Even though Howard is no longer with us, his ideas and work continue to guide and inspire us. He will always be remembered for the important role he played in the world of science. Because of his groundbreaking work, the future of biology and medicine is brighter. Howard Temin truly made a lasting impact that will continue to help people for many years to come.